Okay guys, now we're going to customize our product page. So to do that, we'll come up to the menu where it says customized and we'll click product page. And by the way, the Flotsam theme is one of the few e-commerce themes that allows you to customize your product page like this. Just one of the great benefits about this theme. So here you see we have layout and we can change the layout of our product page. You can see it's set to right sidebar small right now. So let's say I want the sidebar, which is over here on the left side. I would just choose this one here. And you can see it changes it in real time. And now the sidebar is on the left. And if we had some widgets, which I'll get into later on, the sidebar widgets, let's say we had some recently viewed products, we could show those on the left here. I'm going to go to no sidebar. I actually like this layout better. That looks nice. Down here we can change the product header. So let's say we wanted to use this one here. What it will do is it will take a snippet of this image and put it up here, as you can see. We could also have the title, brown leather coat, up here in the header. See, it shows up here. And we could even make the header transparent. And that gets rid of the color behind our menu. I don't really like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this one here. And I'll just uncheck this box. And it brings our menu items back. And by the way, later on I'm going to show you how to change the color of this white background bar here to match our website's color scheme. Later on when we have more products, there will be a navigation arrows here for next and previous page. So you want to make sure this is checked if you want to have those, which is really convenient for your visitors. Otherwise you would uncheck this box and it would disappear. Here we can change the gallery image width, which is this image here. So you can see it's set to 50%. We could make it larger. I'm going to set it to 712. I like that. And here we can change the product image lightbox. You can see it's set to WooCommerce 3.0. We could choose Flotsam lightbox, the old WooCommerce lightbox. Lightbox is, when I click on this, this is the lightbox. And you can see I can even zoom this in even further. And I can actually grab this and move it up and down to see the image better. And you can see there's some navigation arrows here to go through each image. Slideshow, pretty cool. And there's also a magnifying glass control here, so I'll close that. Product image hover zoom. If you check this box, this is a really cool feature. What happens is now when I hover over the image, it zooms in, and I can just go through different parts of the image by moving my mouse. That's a really cool feature, so I definitely want to have that. There are also WooCommerce image settings. I'm not going to go through these because when I click that button, it will actually take us out of the product page. Product summary, you can change the alignment of the text over here. So if I want it centered, you can see the text is centered now. I'm going to keep it on the left. Product title divider. What I can do is this is the divider right here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. So I'll uncheck this box. I like that better. There's sticky add to cart, and what that does, if you check this box, and what would happen is then when the customer would scroll the page down, this add to cart button would actually show up down here at the bottom of the page. And that way the add to cart button is constantly on the page. So if you want to have that feature, you would check this box. Show review count. I'm going to check that. And now you can see it shows how many reviews you have for this product. And you can change the review count style. So I could have tooltip. And now they have to hover over the review to get how many reviews there are. And you can also have stacked. And now it shows up underneath the stars. I'm going to keep it as inline. Show meta categories. These are the categories down here. If you don't want those, you would just uncheck this box. I want to keep those though. And it also shows the tags as well. Show share icons. These are the share icons right here. I recommend you leave these because this can actually increase your sales. This will allow your visitor to share this product on their Facebook page, Twitter, Pinterest, and their Tumblr page if they have one. So that's a really great feature. Open cart drop down when product is added to cart. What this does is if this is on, when they click the add to cart button and this adds this product to the cart, a drop down menu will actually, this drop down menu here will show the product that they just added. So that's kind of a cool feature. I'm going to leave that on. Tabs. Here we can change the style of the tabs, which are the tabs right here. So you have line tabs, normal tabs, and now they can click each tab. You can also change it to pill-shaped tabs. Some people like that. It's kind of cool. I'm going to keep it on normal tabs. I like the normal tabs. And you can also change the alignment of the tabs, so you can put them in the center if you want. And now they're in the center of the details box. I'm going to keep them to the left. Here we have the upsell. I'm not going to go through this right now, but you could have your upsell products in the sidebar if you chose to have a sidebar on the page. And you could also have a slider, how many products per row, the max number of related products you want to show on the sidebar. HTML, don't worry about that. That's for more for developers. So once you're pleased with your changes, you go ahead and click publish, and that will save your changes. And now I'm going to go back. You can go back here, and there are other menu items here. We're going to go to product catalog a little later, and I'll show you how to actually customize your product catalog page, which is this page right here. But for right now, what I want to do is I want to show you how to create some more simple products in different categories. So what we'll do is we'll go back to the dashboard, and I'm going to show you how to create products a different way, product categories, and we can go ahead and get rid of these here. So to create new product categories, you can do it this way. Go to products, categories, and you remember when we created the brown leather jacket, brown leather coat product, we created the women's category. And I'm actually going to change that. I'm going to edit that category right here by clicking edit. And I'm just going to change that to women. And I'll change the slug as well. The slug is the URL that shows up here. Everything else looks good, so I'll click update. And I'll go back to categories. And now you see it says women instead of women's. And if I go to the front of the store and go to our women shop, you can see it says women now instead of women's. So let's go ahead and add some more categories. I'm going to add a category for men. Click add new category. And I'll add one for shoes. And add one for accessories. All right, so now we have these new categories. And now if I go back to products, add new, you can see our categories show up here now. So now all we have to do is check the box for the category we want our new product to show up in. So let's go ahead and create another product. I'm going to create just do men's shirt. And I'm going to go ahead and just copy and paste this in there. Obviously, if I was actually creating a men's shirt for this store, I would use a different description. And we'll skip this because I'm just going to create this to show you the product catalog page. So I want to show you something. We'll put men in here and add an image. Let me see, we'll do t-shirts. And I want this to be the main image because it shows the front of the model. So I'll click Set Product Image. And now add the product gallery image, which is the back of the model. Okay, and I'll add a product tag. Now I want to show you something. If I click Publish, View Product, you can see we can't sell this shirt. And why can't we sell the shirt? There's no Add to Cart button, and there's no PayPal button to pay for the shirt. That's because we didn't set a price. You always have to set your price in order for those buttons to show up and to be able to sell the shirt. So we'll just put in $50. I'm not going to add a sale price this time. And we'll go ahead and update that. And now if I come and refresh the page, you can see our Add to Cart button shows up and our PayPal buttons. So always remember to add a price for your product. Okay, let's keep going. So we'll go ahead and add a new product. Come up here, New Product. And this time we'll add shoes. Give it a price. Category. And I'm going to choose this for the main image. And if I hit Control or Command if you're on a Mac, and just click each of these, I can select all of them, add to gallery. There we go. That looks good. Click Publish. View Product. There we go. Okay. And let's add one more product. And this time I'll create a purse. This will be in the accessories category. And I'll add an image. Select all three of these here and I'll open it. And I'll choose this one here. And now the gallery images. Okay. Go ahead and publish that. And you guys don't have to do this. I'm just doing this to create products so I can show you how to customize the shop page. So let's go ahead and I'm going to view the product here. Okay, and I'm going to make one more product. Make one more product in the women's category. Oops. And this is going to be in women. And I'll add the gallery images. So I'll press Control, select both of these. There we go. Publish. Okay. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to add a menu item up here called Shop so that people can get to our shop. And we're also going to add a submenu items for each of our product categories. So to do that, we'll come up here and we'll go back to the dashboard. And we'll come down here to Appearance and we'll click Menus. And right here, we're going to check Shop, click Add the Menu. And I'm going to move that up here under Home. And down where it says Product Categories, I'm going to select all, click Add the Menu. Now with the product categories, I like to put them as submenu items under Shop. It just makes it a lot more easier for my visitors to navigate to each shop. So what I'm going to do is I'll start with women, just drag it up, and when you see it come in like that, let go. And you see it becomes a sub item. There we go. Click Save Menu. And by the way, guys, they also have these WooCommerce endpoints. You can also add these to your menu. Most of you probably won't even use this, but they're there if you want to. So once we're done with that, we'll come back to our shop. And now you can see we have a shop menu item, and these, our categories are sub items. So if I go to women, it takes us to our women's shop. Men takes us to our men's shop. Shoes. Accessories. So let's go back to women. And don't worry about this here. We're going to talk about widgets later. So if you see this, it's okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to customize our shop page. So to do that, we'll come up here to customize and click product catalog. Okay. So you can see we have all our categories on the shop page here. So what we want to do is shop page display. Do you want to show products, show categories and products? I'm going to keep mine to products. Category display, same thing. You can show subcategories if we don't have any, so it's not going to show any subcategories, but so we'll keep it on show products. Default product sorting. How do you want the products to be sorted in the catalog? By default, custom ordering a name. You can sort it by popularity, sales, average rating, sort by the most recent, price ascending or price descending. So let me see, if we go price ascending, you see the product's going to sort from the lowest price all the way up to the highest price. I like to keep mine on default sorting, custom ordering, and name. Don't worry about this. This is HTML. That's for developers. Catalog layout. Okay. So here you see it's set to left sidebar. So we can do right sidebar. And the widgets will show over here when we add widgets. I'm going to keep it on left sidebar. So once we add widgets, they'll show up here. We'll do that later on. You also have no sidebar and off canvas. List style. As you can see, we have a nice even row style right now, but we can go to more of a wider row style. We can go to a kind of a grid type brick style. Equal image heights. I'm going to check that because I do want my image heights to be equal. And I'll show you how to fix this, see how the images, the models, their heads are kind of cut off. We'll fix that later on. I'll show you that. Don't worry. We also have thumbnail image settings. Let me see. This happened. Yeah, here we go. So we can do uncropped. You can do custom 1:1. It's not really changing it though. We can change the image width, the thumbnail width. Let's go back. And we'll go back to product catalog again. You can choose how many products per page. Let's say we only have 5 products, but let's say if I put 2. Now it adds pagination at the bottom, and there are 2 products per page. So if you have a ton of products, you might want to only have a certain amount of products on your page so your visitors don't get overwhelmed with too many products at once. So I'll put this back to 12. Products per row, we can change it to, let's say 4 products per row. Maybe only 2 products per row. And keep it at 3. And you can do the same for when it loads on a tablet or loads on a mobile phone. I'm going to keep that default. Header style. So this is the header up here. We can change the header. And here's the color. And I'll show you down here we can change the title background color. This is what I was talking about on the product page. So we can change this, you can change this to the color scheme of your website. Let's say the color scheme of your website is a bluish color. I'm going to keep it there. I like that color. So we'll just do that. You can also use the color palette here. You make it more saturated, less saturated. So I'm going to go back to the blue color here. That looks good. You can also add a background image for your title background, but I'm not going to do that. I like the color. You can click the show title. It'll say shop. Show home link and breadcrumb. I'm going to take that off because we have the home link up here. And I'm going to take the shop title off as well. I like that. It looks nice and clean. You can do a featured image as background. You would upload an image, but I think it's nice just the way it is with the white background color. Breadcrumb size, you can change the size of your breadcrumbs here. So it's set to large. You can make it extra large. And they're really big. You can make them small. I'm going to keep it at a medium. That looks good. Category box style. So this is the category box here. So we can change that. You can see it's set to, it has the information down here with the picture on the top. We could do it this way. Oh, okay. It's not going to change because, let me see. If I put all the categories on here, yeah, it's not going to change. Okay. So we can do that later on. I'll show you how to change that. Product box. Here we can have the price down here. It's centered. Over here, the way it was, everything's to the left. You can also have it this way, where you have the product and the price on the right, and your reviews are down here. I kind of like the way it is. Actually, you know what? I like this better. Yeah, it looks good. We can also do a back image fade in, which we have. You could do back image zoom in. There we go. It zooms in. Zoom fade. Kind of fades out a bit as it zooms in. So there are all kinds of different options here. I'm just going to have back image fade in. Drop shadow. You can add a drop shadow underneath. You see now we have a drop shadow underneath and around the edges. It looks kind of nice. You can increase it. Make it more pronounced. Leave it at 2. Drop shadow hover. So you can change what the drop shadow would do when you hover over the product image. You can see it becomes even larger. Or you can have it so that there's no drop shadow when you hover. Oh, that doesn't seem to be working for some reason. There we go. I'm going to leave these at 0. Actually, I'll leave this at 2. That looks good. Add to cart button. I definitely want an add to cart button. You can have it so that it's a small like shopping bag, and then they click that and it adds to the cart. And you can see now it's up. It's been added to the cart. Well, I like this better. I like the button underneath because here you have the information, the price, and then the button. It's real convenient. It's right there. You can also change the add to cart button style. You can have underline, shade, looks nice, bevel, gloss. I'm just going to do plain. I like that. Now you can see how this kind of looks. It's uneven because this one has, we added a review. So these review stars pushes this down, and it's longer than this one. So if you want it to be perfectly symmetrical, we would have to get rid of the show ratings. And now they're nice and even, which is fine. Show category. If you don't want to show the category, you see it gets rid of the category that was up here, women, men. I kind of like that, so I'm going to leave that there. Show short description. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is the description that we added right here. So this will show that. That looks nice. I like that. Disable quick view. If you don't want the quick view, this is a quick view right here. When you click this, it's really convenient. It shows a quick view, and they can go through all the images. Has the price, the description, the stock amount, and then add to cart right there. I like that, so I'm going to keep that on there, but you can disable it if you want just by clicking this, and now it won't show up. Equalize on item heights. So let's see what happens when we do show ratings here. It's still gonna make this one longer, so we'll get rid of that. I like everything to be even like that. Sale bubble style. This is a sale bubble, so you can change that. You can make it square. You can put it inside the image with outlined instead of solid. I like a circle. And you can give it a custom text. So let's say you want to say like hot. We could do that. And you can enable a percentage instead of sale. So it will give whatever percentage it is off. Like this is 17% off right now. It'll give that minus 17%. I actually like the sale better, so I'm going to keep that on there. So those are all your options for customizing your shop page. And by the way, all these changes, you click publish to make sure they take effect. If you didn't want any of your changes to take effect, you would just click the X. And all these changes carry over to every category shop page. So they also take effect on your, let me see, on my men's shop. You can see it's all the same now as it was on the women's. Shoes will look the same. And accessories. So you don't have to go to every category and change the shop the way it looks. It carries over on all your shop pages, which is really convenient. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create variable products.